Hello, amazing people. Today we are going to talk about AI chatbots in 2024. It's going to be your complete guide to chatbots in 2024. There is a lot of hype around them, I know. I'm going to go over all the things that I have seen and all the use cases I have derived for AI chatbots, whether it's internal, external, for yourself, for your website, for your team. I have talked with many business owners, and these are the best use cases I've seen for AI chatbots when talking to these business owners for them to save time, make money, and really leverage this new technology to get ahead and crush their competition. I'm super glad you are here and taking the initiative in AI. I post every single week. If you don't want to get left behind in using AI, hit that notification bell. Let's hop into the video. Have some awesome stuff to show you. So if you're starting from ground zero, a chatbot is essentially a computer program designed to simulate conversation with human users over the internet. Most likely you have seen a chatbot on a website. Go to Amazon.com, go to one of these large businesses, go to their website, go to the bottom right, and you will see a chatbot. Use it, interact with it, see what it feels like. Basically, it's just a computer simulation talking back to you, answering your questions in the best manner that it can. Now we have AI, so it's much more personalized. The answers are much better. And guys, you could use these chatbots in more ways than you think. Again, with AI, integrating them with the existing chatbot technology. So many more use cases you could have, and we are going to explore those use cases today. Really get you to think outside the box for using chatbots in your business to scale and save time. And guys, we have a growing community of over 7,000 combined people interested in AI and automation technology to scale their business. It is the future, guys. It's going to blow up this year. I don't want you to get left behind. Please join the community, join the team, shoot me a DM, introduce yourself, and let's use AI and automation together to get ahead. And these are the three chatbot types we are going to talk about today: external chatbots, internal chatbots, and then multimodal chatbots. And we're going to start with the external AI chatbot. So external chatbots, essentially what they are, they're customer-facing chatbots that engage with your audience and customers 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100. These are the chatbots that you have interacted with in the past. These are the ones that lie on websites. These are the ones that sort of help you out. For example, Siri, that could be considered a chatbot. That's also a multimodal chatbot. Multimodal, I can never say that. And we'll get into that one later. But again, chatbots are basically forward-facing, client-facing interfaces that converse with your clients on your behalf to help them out, to guide them along the buying journey, to help them with customer support, whatever their role is. That is an external chatbot. That's the definition. And right off the top of your head, if you brainstormed how useful and how beneficial these AI chatbots are externally, these are some of the things you should come up with, right? Increased customer support capacity. You could have a few of these on your website that handle different tasks: customer support, tracking your order, lead generation, even like collecting information. So there's a lot of capacity for the chatbots to do multiple things on your website, and that just increases your leverage as a business owner. Second, happy customers, right? When people are getting happy and accurate support, I'm going to touch on this in a second, you get happy customers. They feel welcomed. They feel appreciated through their journey into your business and on your website. That's always a good thing. And then we have 24/7 accurate, intelligent support. So what's better than customer support? Accurate support that is intelligent, that knows your situation, that could custom a solution to you right on the spot, given what you're going through. That is now possible with AI specifically, and we're going to dive into that a little bit more in a second. And then finally, product recommendations. So if you have a service, multiple services, or even sell a product, you can now have a chatbot recommend a specific product or service to a person coming on your website, right? Depending on their age, where they live, what they want, what their goals are, right? All of those things can be taken into account. And then the AI chatbot, since it's backed by an algorithm made by you, can now decide what your customers should see and what would best fit them. And obviously giving custom product recommendations and solutions tailored to every single person in live time and real speed 24/7 will up the chances of that person buying, or at least putting it into their cart so you can send them some follow-ups later. So a lot of cool things for external chatbots with AI. The use cases are really endless. It's just how creative can you be and what do you need? Now, I cannot emphasize this enough, and this is sort of a warning. The AI chatbots externally are amazing. They're awesome. They're great. They're superb. They're fantastic. But they have to be built right. If they are not done right, they are a shitstorm. They are a headache. They are a nuisance. It's bad, guys. You have to build them right. So I'm going to go about how you should actually do that, because a chatbot is great, but a bad chatbot is horrible and no one wants it. So again, just a warning, if you're going to build chatbots, do it the right way. And I'll do my best to guide you. If you have questions, always DM me. Because let's be real, guys, if you build a chatbot and it's gone wrong, if it's not built properly, your people and the people coming to your website will encounter these problems, and no one wants to go through this. There's no AI capability, meaning no personalization, meaning pre-programmed answers, right? They'll ask a personal question, and it'll give them a pre-programmed response. That doesn't matter to them, and it's actually going to infuriate them because they're not getting the personalized custom help that they want. And what's worse than that is inaccurate answers. Imagine a chatbot on your website talking to customers, giving them the wrong information. I mean, what could be worse than that? That is something you want to avoid at all costs. Finally, the chatbot asking for additional steps. Why would someone want to converse with a chatbot only to then be prompted on to go talk to a human or give them their email? It doesn't make any sense. If you're going to make a chatbot, make sure it could solve basically 95% of their problems so they don't have to go to additional steps to get the help they want. And at the end of the day, if you add this stuff all up, and if the chatbot is not good, you've just lost a customer. They've had a horrible experience. Worst case scenario, you get a bad review. So you've just turned an awesome technology into something that's destructive for your business. So again, just avoid these scenarios. If you're going to build out chatbots, do it the right way. Now let's walk through some misconceptions when talking about external chatbots. So a lot of people come to me and they say, hey, will this replace my entire team? No, it will not. It will aid your support team so they could do other things. So imagine if you could completely replace your support team and have them do higher leverage tasks, right? The stuff that actually needs to be repackaged and reshipped to clients, have them do that. The stuff that actually needs intensive creative work, have those people and have that team that you're paying handle those tasks instead of answering phone calls all day, answering text messages, typing in a chat bubble. So there's higher leverage tasks that your team can now do instead of doing common support that an AI chatbot could do. So it will help your team, not replace them. Another one is, hey, Shaz, are AI chatbots really worth the time to build? Because again, if you're going to build a good chatbot, it should not take 15 minutes. It should not take an hour. It should be a lot of time, a lot of research, a lot of prompting that goes into making these, right? So it does take time, but once you publish it, once you get it right, it will save you hours a week in time. So yes, it's worth it, in my opinion. And then finally, again, this sort of summarizes the first one. It won't grow my business. It actually will grow your business because, again, your team could do high leveraged work. They could do more important work. More important work equals more success, right? Why would they be doing low leveraged manual labor, essentially, texting and typing and talking to people over the phone with commonly asked questions when they could do some deep creative work that you hired them for? So again, those are some common misconceptions around why people don't think external chatbots will help. Personally, they will. I've seen it before. I highly suggest you look into it. And here's just a cool AI picture that I thought I'll throw in here. You got your whole support team. The AI chatbot is helping them out. They're all smiling. They're happy. They're looking out at their cool view. And let's go on to the next one. All right, now we're going to talk about internal AI chatbots. Let's get into it. Internal chatbots, pretty obviously, are inside your business. There's no customer interaction here. It's all between employees of the same company, different departments within the same company, different teams, etc. And here are some internal chatbot use cases for yourself, for your company, especially if you have over 2 to 3 team members. One is employee assistance. We're going to talk about a real-time example in a second, but imagine if you could give your employee basically an onboarding chatbot. So when they're new, when they're getting used to the work and the office, they could just reference the chatbot instead of going to you every time. This will allow them to basically work autonomously while also getting the training that you want them to get so they could do their job to the best of their abilities. And this sort of goes the same for the second one, training and onboarding. This is a very big expense in large businesses. It costs them 6 figures a year. They're training and onboarding employees. Again, chatbots could help aid this process by providing lifetime accurate support based on the company's policies and all that other stuff. Another one is IT help desk. So imagine if a chatbot internally could help your team whenever they have an IT problem. And instead of having to call an IT department or email an IT person, they could simply just talk to the chatbot and get their problem solved. Next one is feedback collection. The chatbot could launch every week, ask the team about feedback, about what could be done better, different things about communication, project management. So just collecting feedback is a task that you could give an internal chatbot. And then finally, just like all the other ones, project management. You could have the chatbot basically talk to different people, update the progress for everyone so everyone's on the same page. Sometimes Slack groups and all these other communication means could get messy. There's like 50 people working on a project, which yes, does happen in big companies. So project management and having an AI chatbot sort of facilitate the whole project could also help out. for an internal chatbot use case. And if you guys need help formulating ideas for external, internal chatbots, whatever the case may be, I highly recommend you take advantage of my free AI audit call and 10 plus hours of free AI resources. If you're a business, this call is open to you. We'll sit down for 20 to 30 minutes. We'll go through every single chatbot you can make. If it's viable for you, you could go ahead and build it on your own. If you really need help, I could walk you through how to build it. But I would highly recommend it to take advantage of these free resources. There's so many of them before I make them paid, before the slots fill up and all that other stuff. So if you need that help, all of the info will be in the description, or DM me 100 on Instagram and I will personally respond, and we could go through a personalized AI automation game plan and solution for you that will help you out for 2024 to scale, to grow, etc. So that is all there. Again, highly recommend taking advantage of it, but let's get back. And this is an example of how an internal chatbot could aid the onboarding process of a new employee, and this solution could save you as a business owner a lot of time, and time equals money. So this is how it works. When an employee is onboarded, usually they talk to a manager, which then talks to a boss, right? It's a 3-step process. That's time here, time all around, just being wasted because this person had a question, which is completely valid. Employees are going to have questions. You rather them have questions than just guess on what they're doing. So to train them and onboard them is a super important procedure. But here's what we could do instead with AI to systemize and optimize the process. And it's that simple, guys. We take out those other steps. The boss and the manager train the AI, the employee talks to the AI gives it feedback, and that is it. So when the employee has a question, when they have a question about onboarding or what they should do or X, Y, and Z, they'll talk to the AI. The AI will be trained by the higher ups. It will give a response back to the employee, and you have just saved literally hours of the manager's time. I'm very sure this manager will be very happy with a solution like this. So yeah, that is sort of how onboarding works. Very simple example, but very beneficial to this company. And what this does is it increases the time that the business owner saves. It's instant support for the new employee. You know, the new employee, they might be scared, they might be sweating, like, oh, I don't want to ask this question. Well, they could just talk with a chatbot now and get that question answered. And finally, more time equals business growth. More time for the boss to actually sit down and plan and build his company is better, rather than him having to onboard the new employee or talk to the manager, which then has to onboard the new employee. It's just time saved all around. That equals business growth. And finally, guys, we're going to talk about multimodal chatbots. So all multimodal chatbots really means is that it could interact on multiple or multi-mediums, all right? So seeing, vision, listening, or texting back and forth, which we've already gone through. And guys, multimodal chatbots can be integrated to internal and into external chatbots, right? So it can be integrated into a client-facing or internally facing chatbot. An example would be, suppose you have an AI chatbot on your website that's talking to customers. Instead of the customers typing, you could now have the customers send in a voice note. The AI chatbot will interpret this voice note and send back a voice note or send back a text. So it's multimodal. Now the client or the person on your website can communicate with this AI chatbot in multiple mediums, talking and texting. And here are some of the benefits of a multimodal chatbot system. So better user experience. The user is not limited anymore to just text. They can send in a picture. They could do a voice note like I just mentioned. So you're not limiting the user anymore. You're giving them options. That's a better user experience. There's infinitely more use cases. Like I just mentioned, there's so much more stuff now. Now they could send in text messages. Now they could send in voice notes and pictures. So there's a lot more stuff that they could do. There's a better understanding of user intent by the AI. We're going to get into an example in a second. And finally, greater engagement. If the person sees this chatbot could be talked to, it's much more likely that they're going to actually use it and leverage it rather than if they could just text it. So these are some of the best benefits you will get out of multimodal chatbots. Let's go into a live example case study right now. So I want you to answer this question, right? Pause the video and answer this question. We are working with a home remodeling company. How would a multimodal chatbot be of value? I want you to pause this. Seriously, pause this, think, comment it, and let's see if you're right. I'll wait. All right, let's go. So now not only can the user go in and put in regular conversations using AI, they could also put in a picture of their house's layout. The AI will then have a better understanding, a better recognition of intent for what this person needs help with, right? So this is where the multimodal chatbots come into play and really just open up so many new options for chatbots and for how insanely powerful they could be for your company. And I do want to mention a multimodal chatbot is much much more complex to build than just a regular one. That's a pretty obvious statement, but they do bring about very amazing use cases and very amazing benefits and value to your business if you build them right. So again, look into it, but just a warning, they are more complex. We've actually built out these types of chatbots for a bunch of different creators, real estate companies, and other niches abroad. So again, highly recommend you take advantage of these free AI automation resources while they still last, especially if you're a business owner. This free AI audit call. Hopefully, I see you there. Or DM me 100 on Instagram and I'll send you over some other free stuff that you could definitely leverage in 2024. So, guys, pause the video. I would love to know which type of chatbot was most fascinating to you. And I want to emphasize that you are still early. The time is now to use AI to scale your business, because you will not be early for long. People are catching up. Businesses in your competition, including, are using this. So please hop on this, guys. Study it. Reach out to me. Do what you got to do, but use this technology in 2024 to get ahead and to crush it. And as always, guys, I have a bunch of free resources all over my social media. If you want more free AI content, I release banger YouTube videos like this every single week. I highly recommend you hitting that notification bell so you could scale with AI and automation with me in 2024. As always, if you made it to this point in the video, comment a legend. You are a legend. I will decide what I create next. Comment legend and then dash whatever you want to see next. I will make sure that I make that video for you and give you some feedback on topics in AI that you want to discuss. So hopefully I see you in Instagram, in my DMs. Introduce yourself, or I'll see you on that free AI audit call. Regardless, I will see you in that next video.